Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for coming to the Green and Gold Globe streaming today. I'm so happy to see so many people in the chat right now. It is great, wonderful, fantastic. I am very excited. And so what we're going to do first, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's going on. So we have 6 submissions for the Green and Gold Globes. And what the submissions were, we asked everybody that submitted something to make a 5 to 8 minute video or around there, just a short video. That was filmed entirely on a phone. So they were only allowed to use their phone video and their phone audio, but they could edit on anything that they wanted to or add anything else that they wanted to in there, but it is completely done on a phone, so all the quality is pretty similar, so they're going to be judged based off of their editing skills, their videography skills, and the parts of the video itself, like the plot and the idea behind it. So you might want to know a little bit about what we're giving out for prizes. So first place prize is going to be winning a hard drive. Second place prize is going to be winning a phone tripod. And third place is going to be winning some UVMtv merch, including like a notebook and a pen and some other stuff potentially. So before we get started in watching all the videos, I'd love to introduce everybody to our judges today. So let me just switch over to them. Hi judges, does everybody want to say who you are, maybe some affiliations that you had with UVMtv, and anything else that you wanted to share with everybody before we get started? Hi judges, I realized that I was muted on myself here, but did you want to introduce yourselves and everything that your affiliations with UVMtv, anything that you had to do with it as well?
Am I going first?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. My name's Rachel. I was the station manager in 2018, 2019. Now I'm graduated and just living life. But that's about it. I was a film major and station manager. That was about it.
Alan, do you want to introduce yourself?
Do you want to go? Oh, I guess I'll introduce. So I'm Alan Vance. Another UVMtv film major, class of 2019. I created and hosted Some Nights with Alan Vance during its 2019 season. And now I'm in beautiful New Mexico, as you know, this is right behind me in real life for sure. And trying to make a go of it here, and to mixed results during a pandemic.
Awesome, thanks. Jordan, do you want to go next?
Of course. Hi, everyone. I'm Jordan. I think my name says Jethro under there. It's a nickname. I was the station manager of UVMtv right before Daisy was. I did the show People's History of Vermont, which was a lot of work, but kind of went through some Vermont history. Before that, I was on Leonardo's Pizza Giveaway, which was a lot of fun. Great pizza giveaway show. I hope it gets revived soon. And I've been staying in Vermont, vacuuming out minivans for Enterprise Rent-A-Car until I can get my teaching career off the ground. And I'm thrilled to be here with everybody.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to double check that everybody could hear you really quickly. They could. Wonderful. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. Going to have technical difficulties throughout this entire thing, but thank you so much, judges. We're going to come back to the judges at the end after everybody has seen all the films, and the judges are going to be the ones to judge everything. All right. All right, I just have to do a couple things. Judges, just so you know, I'm going to make Alan the host just in case, so somebody has to be the host. Cool. Okay. All right. All right, so I'm glad everybody got to meet all of our judges, so that's really exciting. I'm so excited to show everybody all the films now. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show everybody the film video that we have for all of our submissions, and it has a little bit of an intro to that as well. So I hope everybody's ready. We're going to get right into it, so let's go. Let's do it. I'm ready. Okay, I'm just going to do it. We're going to go right now. Let's go. Okay.
a special night tonight is. It's UVMTV's first annual Green and Golden Globe Film Festival showing. That is exciting. I'm so pleased to see so many familiar faces in the crowd. Despite everything that's been going on, we were able to get 6 short film submissions, and we're really excited to show you. We want to thank everybody who sent in their film series. We also want to thank everybody who engages with our content, watches our videos, and shares them around. Thank you. It really means a lot to us. Now, without further ado, let's watch some of the submissions.
Awesome. My love letter to Vermont. When I think about Vermont, the first thing that always comes to mind are the landscapes and the vast amount of nature that surrounds us. It's almost baffling that I can't enjoy it every single day. You see, I grew up here. I was born and raised in this small state, but I've been lucky to do so. I don't think I've really appreciated how much I love this state until recently, because this is all I knew. This was my life. You see, when I was younger, I would always go to a family home on Cape Cod. And when we lost that home, I realized how fortunate I was to be able to go to this place every single year, to a different home every single year. And it's crazy how I realized it after I lost it. I didn't really appreciate nature until I was trapped inside for so long during the pandemic. I remember going out one day this summer, and it was the first time I had gone out in a really long time. And I was looking out of my car, and I saw the sunset, and I started to feel emotional because I hadn't seen anything that beautiful in so long. Here are some of the beautiful things I got to experience recently. I hope you see the beauty that I saw.
Hi, George. It's Mom. Just calling to remind you to get outside today, take a walk. It's a beautiful day. Good for you. See you soon. Bye.
Hello?
Hello there. You seem to be in a bit of a fix.
Huh?
Allow me to introduce myself. Fjord Kopex, dispatcher with the Space and Time Department.
Space and Time Department? Is that like some Bush-era Homeland Security thing?
Absolutely not, my boy. What an absurd idea. The Clinton era, I'm afraid. But we don't have time for all that. Now to business, Mr.
George.
All right, Mr. George, I need you to listen to me very carefully. You see, you have somehow entered what we in the department refer to as an Ingridstein area.
An Ingridstein area?
Nasty piece of work it is, but nothing we can't handle. Happens more frequently than the PR department would like to admit.
What is an Ingridstein area?
Well, bit of a difficult concept to impart over the telephone, and we have limited time, but suffice to say that at some point you slipped through an imperceptible membrane, a threshold. Perhaps it was tied to some physical gateway, or maybe you just brushed your teeth wrong this morning. Either way, I'm sorry to say that you're now in the space-time equivalent of a stuck elevator, or a saltine cracker without the salt.
Right. Which of those similes should I, for the sake of...
It does not matter. The relevant information is it's not the right place for a fellow like yourself, and we've got to get you out of there. Now, about that, and here's the really important bit. We're doing what we can on our end, but we need your cooperation. For the extraction, you've got to go somewhere familiar to you. Ideally your home or some other highly frequented location. And preferably outdoors.
Would my front porch work?
Yes, that's actually a perfect location. Exactly the right kind of spot. We need you to go and hang out on your front porch.
Oh. Is that all?
Yes. Do you think you can do that?
Yeah, definitely.
Wonderful. And one more thing, better not to talk with anybody.
Why is that?
Well, it's generally best to minimize transpsychic protuberance. It's mostly just protocol. Anyhow, we should be able to initiate the extraction process in about 30 minutes. Be ready then. I will not contact you again.
Okay, but how will I...
Ta-ta.
Hello.
Hello. You ever solve one of these?
I think once, maybe.
I just can't figure it out.
You don't need to solve it.
Hey, looks like you solved it. All right. Mind if I have a seat?
I'd rather if you didn't Oh.
How are the kids? Looks like it's your time to go. Here, why don't you have a glass? Happy trails.
Nice knowing you, man.
I hope everybody enjoyed the first 3 videos, so we're going to have a short 5-minute intermission. You can go get some popcorn, go to the bathroom, whatever you need to, but we'll be back in 5 minutes for the rest of the 3 videos, so stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in. enjoy the intermission music for a bit. I just gotta switch over to a different screen to figure something out really quickly. Alright, hold on 1 sec. Sorry, I had to actually mute the intermission music for 1 second. Sorry. Okay, back to the music. Alright, now enjoy the rest of the 3 videos.
A friend of mine recently recommended a book to me called The Last Lecture. I picked up a copy, which I have surreptitiously placed on my childhood bookshelf. It's written by this guy named Randy Pausch, who taught computer science at Carnegie Mellon University. He wrote the book while dying of pancreatic cancer to teach his kids everything he wouldn't be able to. And he based it on his actual last lecture, which was called Really Achieving Your Childhood Dreams. I have not finished the book, but I did watch his lecture. One of the things he argued made his life fulfilled was that he'd achieved all of his childhood dreams. He didn't play in the NFL, sure, but he wrote an article in an encyclopedia, he experienced zero gravity, he worked at Disney, and a couple other things. Mr. Rogers saw his life fulfilled because he weighed 143 pounds throughout his adult life, which represents the words I and love and you. Inevitably, talk of childhood dreams made me think of my own, and while I don't have a full list, I do know 2 things. When I was 10 years old, my hero was Neil Armstrong, and I wanted to be an astronaut. In a way, that's been at the back of my mind for years, but eventually I realized there were things I wanted to do even more. So even if I feel a twinge of regret every time I watch The Right Stuff, I forgive myself for letting that dream go. And Then I think about the dreams I had when I wasn't so young. All of the robots I drew, all of the ideas for inventions I had, the colleges I didn't end up at. Is fulfillment in life really just about setting out a list of goals for yourself and accomplishing them? I think if I'm really honest with myself, the real reason I held on to being an astronaut for so long was because there's no better way to convince yourself your life has meaning than exploring the cosmos. Even if I wasn't the first person to, say, walk on Mars, I'd still go down as one of the cogs in the machine of the greatest story of human history. But life does not have meaning on the basis of how long your Wikipedia article is. So when we talk about finding a life fulfilled, I know what it took for Randy, and in a different way what it took for Mr. Rogers, but what about me? I find myself playing back a conversation I had with a friend a few years back. Sitting outside a gas station at 3 a.m., we talked about our life goals. He said something along these lines, and I don't mean to aggrandize myself, but he said, "I know you're going to do great things with your life, but I just want to fall in love and start a family." Or something like that. I'd said something about how I'd been avoiding dating, and I told him at the time it was because I didn't have time for it, and I wanted to focus on other things, but the real reason was fear that I'd become too fulfilled through love to try to achieve the lofty goals I'd set out for myself professionally. My way of thinking back then reminds me that there are two awful things in life: not getting what you want and getting what you want. If you dream of winning an Oscar or becoming Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, it'd suck to build your identity around that and never achieve it. But it would hurt even worse to spend a lifetime trying to get something and realizing it was never going to fill that hole in your life. Fulfillment is not a point you reach in life and stop. It's something that ebbs and flows throughout. And it changes in retrospect, too. When I think about the competitions I did in high school, I don't smile thinking about the things I won. I smile thinking about a bunch of 17-year-olds sprinting through the Burlington Doubletree, hunting each other down between competitions. My greatest moment in film wasn't winning this. It's the day I stayed up to 5 a.m. acting in my friend's national competition film in the lobby of the Louisville, Kentucky Holiday Inn. My proudest accomplishment as a programmer wasn't when the head of the department handed me a big-ass check for third place. It's that me and two friends made that whole project in the hours between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. that morning. At the end of the day, fulfillment comes in the moments we become more like ourselves. This was the moment I knew I wanted to make movies. This was the moment I knew I wasn't going to drop out. And it was moments like that night at the gas station, or watching that same friend shotgun a can of Mountain Dew our freshman year, or watching a different friend do camera tests for a movie we never made, that make me realize the stuff in between those big moments is what makes life really worth living. So maybe I can let those other dreams die, because there are more important things on Earth.
Apologies for the double effect, everybody. I'm going to take a quick break to figure that out right now. 1 second, I just can't exit off of the thing without it doing that. Okay. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure what was causing that double effect, but hopefully it will be resolved. I just didn't want to stop that video in the middle of it. I'll see. I might pause this and double check it one more time.
You sure you can't make it? We were planning on having a bonfire, maybe telling ghost stories.
Ghost stories? I thought you didn't believe in that stuff.
Maybe I would have said that before getting into it, but I don't know now. This is a really old place, and I love reading about the myths and legends around the lake.
What legends?
Okay, so there are remnants of hundreds of ships scattered across the bottom of Champlain. But that was so long ago, and no way to tell how those ships originally sank. I mean, the storms around here don't just take out hundreds of ships. We would have learned long before that point how to safely navigate, right? But the stories say that there was a creature in the water that was so large that ships unknowingly crashed into it with their hulls and were torn apart. So they sank into the depths and all the crew drowned. And
Apologies, I realized I wasn't showing the video.
okay, so there are remnants of hundreds of ships scattered across the bottom. You sure you can't make it? We were planning on having a bonfire, maybe telling ghost stories.
Ghost stories? I thought you didn't believe in that stuff.
Maybe I would have said that before getting into it, but I don't know now. This is a really old place, and I love reading about the myths and legends around the lake.
What legends?
Okay, so there are remnants of hundreds of ships scattered across the bottom of Champlain. But that was so long ago, and no way to tell how those ships originally sank. I mean, the storms around here don't just take out hundreds of ships. We would have learned long before that point how to safely navigate, right? But the stories say that there was a creature in the water that was so large that ships unknowingly crashed into it with their hulls and were torn apart. So they sank into the depths and all the crew drowned and disappeared. And since then, people have started to see and hear strange things coming from the lake after spending enough time on the beaches, like ghosts of drowned sailors or crying mothers and children. The myths say that the sounds of crying are from the families of the crew who never came home. And I've read that hearing them means the ghosts are right around you. And then they force you to walk into the water until you're completely under and wait until you can't come back out. Or until the creature finds you.
Sounds like you rehearsed that.
If you come with me, I'll tell you what happened to Dennis Hall when he disappeared.
I'm sorry, Grace. I won't be able to make it. Tell everyone else maybe next time. I can't make any promises, though.
Where are you even going anyways? You never said anything to Danny or anyone else.
I need to move on with my life, Grace. Start the next chapter. And I can't do that if I'm stuck here, starting to hear voices and see ghosts.
Right. Hey, why don't you come tonight?
I already told you why.
Owen, come on, talk to me. It's been over 2 years.
Can't I just enjoy myself? I don't want to talk about it.
All I'm saying is that I feel sorry for you. You don't have to go through this alone.
Thanks. But I'm fine. Really. Just tired is all.
I know. We're all tired, Owen. But the important thing to do now is keep breathing. We're gonna get through this together. You and me, all right? Just keep breathing.
You know, sorry, take that out. You know, when people ask, you know, Matt, how are you doing? How is everything going? In this time, I tell them, you know, I'm doing great. And then they look at me and they go, really? And I go, no. I'm actually doing amazing. And then we do a little laugh together, and that's, you know, that's what I that's what I like about you know, the time that we're all sharing together is that, you know, it's all about coming to you know, together, and Look at this. When I move my hands back like this, it looks like I'm a baby. Wait, no, it doesn't. This is supposed to, how did they do that? As it turns out, my friend's mom just got diagnosed with stage 1 breast cancer this evening. Not a super close friend, but I know her, and then I'm very good friends with her roommate. I have an assignment due in half an hour. What way do I mean? Like this. When a man sees or hears or in some other way perceives one thing, and not only knows that thing, but also thinks of another thing, which the knowledge is not the same but different, are we not right to say that he recollects the second thing that comes to mind?
I didn't end up doing the assignment.
Hello?
So we'll try again.
This handsome guy right here is Hawk Osby, and he is a guest speaker at my in my extraterrestrial life class. He's a big Hollywood screenwriter, the author of such works as Cowboys and Aliens and Consequence.
You can hear me, right?
No.
And after some technical difficulties, he talked about the magic of screenwriting, which is what I'm here to do. I'm a screenwriter. Well,
it was just, you know, a little bit of pushing and pulling this way, but I think they ended up with two characters who were very tough and stoic in Craig, and the part played by Harrison Ford, and it sort of became sort of a I don't know, a little too serious, and
Okay.
the obvious, you know, the subtext and all that sort of got ironed out, and that's always painful.
So that makes me think that you probably should not have a very big ego to be a screenwriter, because a lot of the things got changed, right? You cannot be overly attached to what you write. Is that correct?
Yeah. We could just ask.
All right, can you? That's not gonna work.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
That works.
Okay.
Who let the dope boys out? Thank God you let me crash on your couch. Who's my God that I'm praying to?
Like, is it by definition all money that's paid out in wages is being spent on the reproduction of labor? Like,
I'll admit, sometimes I get a little tired, like at 4 in the afternoon, or not tired around, 3 in the morning.
He calls out Legolas's name 6 times.
I don't really know how that's related to this. I was thinking about after class, hanging out with some friends. I kind of decided against that, but we'll see. It's Friday night. The night is young, and yeah, you know?
You know, it's impossible to get out of your own way. When you're alone, there's no one to inspire you, to encourage you. Sit and you turn into a hermit. You live in your own filth, and you can't get up and fix it.
I feel like you're directly speaking to me.
Am I not supposed to be?
Well, I meant like generally. You don't have to. I can't come at my lifestyle.
Well, you're the epitome of the worst of the pandemic.
What the?
So.
Okay, well that's. I meant like in general.
You know, sometimes I look back and I think about myself, and I think about, I used to have so much fun. I used to be so carefree. I used to get excited by things, and I think, am I letting that guy down? I think, maybe that guy was never so great to begin with, and maybe he's the problem. Maybe I'm still holding on to someone who, needs to be let go, and I need to figure out who this new person is. But I don't really know where to start.
And it's this incredible irritation that that we can't seem to get out of our own way. And I think in The Expanse, here you have humanity packing for the stars 250 years in the future, and then they go out there, and then we just brought all our problems with us again. It's the whole same thing, And it's so the whole thing was, when are we going to learn something new? Like Mark and I have this theme that we sort of keep going back to. Humanity moves forward or something.
All right, so those were all of the videos. I hope everybody enjoyed them. Sorry about some of the technical difficulties that were happening. I am working on a one-screen computer, so I can't actually see what the stream looks like until the stream catches up with the delay. So apologies for that, but hopefully everybody got to see them and everything. So right now, what we're going to do, so the judges are going to take some time to deliberate. In that meantime, please go down to the link in this description for the Google form to vote for your fan favorite, which is going to win 3rd place. And all 3 of the winners are actually going to be uploaded to our YouTube channel. So if you wanted to see the ones that you really liked again, they're going to be up there once we know everybody who wins. So what we're going to do right now is take some time for deliberation, and I think I'm going to open up the call with all of the judges in it as well, just so everybody can look at them talk without hearing them. So I'm going to do that right now, so hold tight and go ahead and down that description and vote for your favorites.
All right.
Yep, just to clarify for everybody, you shouldn't be hearing the judges right now. You just get to watch them deliberate without actually hear what they're saying. So enjoy that. And go in the description and vote. All right, everybody. So the judges have deliberated, and I'm gonna make sure everybody that was in this has gone and voted right now. So I'm gonna go and double check that right now. You're gonna watch me do it. We're gonna do that on my phone that's almost dead. But the judges have made their decision, which is super exciting. I hope you guys are all as excited as I am about this. Okay. I think we'll go, if everybody's voted, we can do the fan favorite. We'll do the fan favorite last, but we'll do second first. Like, second place will be announced first, and then first place will be announced, and I'll make sure that all the judges know that. It looks like we have a bunch of responses as well, so awesome. Okay, so that's all set. So we're going to go over to the judges, and then they're going to tell us what they're going to do. All right, so let us go. Make sure everybody can hear me on video. All right, judges, so what you're going to do is you're going to tell us who won second place first, and then you're going to tell us who won first place, just so we know, and then I'm going to announce who won the third place.
Second place is Dealing with the Devil, the second film that we watched. And our first place is Or Something, which is the last film we watched.
All right, so congratulations to, I gotta double check who made those, but congratulations to Dealing with the Devil and Or Something. Woo! Everybody get a little clap, yay! All right, and so I'm also going to announce who won the most fan-favorited one. So our third place winner is A Life Fulfilled by Joseph Wills. And actually, I can see right now, Dealing with the Devil was Dominic Williams, and Or Something was Matthew Haverty. So congratulations, guys. Thank you so much, judges. I'm going to get off of your screen now, just so everybody can see that. All right. So thank you so much, everybody. I hope I clicked things correctly. So sorry about all of the technical difficulties, but congratulations to all the winners, and I hope everybody had a wonderful time. Again, congratulations to Matthew Haverty for winning first place. You get to win a hard drive, and congratulations to Dominic Williams, who won the camera tripod, and congratulations to Joseph Wills, who won a couple of UVMtv merch, and we'll figure that out. We have a couple of things that we decided to do for third. And all of these are also going to be posted on our YouTube channel, so go ahead and check them out at the end, get them all those views, share them around with your friends, such talented people, and congratulations, thank you so much for everybody else who submitted something for this. We'd love to keep this being an annual thing. I'd love feedback as well. If you want to email me being like, I didn't like this part of the stream, go ahead, depowers@uvm.edu. But anyway, I hope everybody enjoyed, so glad for everybody joining in, and thanks so much, guys. Have a great night. I don't think there's anything else I need to say about that. So, thank you.